Welcome to Voodoo Whiskey Gaming, and what's this, a bonus video? Yeah! So as you may or may not know, the one-shot demo for Resident Evil 2, the remake, was released, and so I figured I'd play that as well, since it's literally only 30 minutes, which is kind of weird. Yes, I know it's Resident Evil 4 Leon, but I don't have a Resident Evil 2 shirt. So this is more of a preview than anything, since it's a review of a demo. And basically Resident Evil 2 starts out like Resident Evil 2 the game started out. Or at least part of the Leon portion, where he winds up at the police station finally. And when he gets there, he finds out that shit is fucked up there as well. Now I'm gonna point this out because I noticed it in one of the trailers, and I noticed it once again while playing it. There have definitely been some changes to the game in the story department. They're small so far. We'll see if there are more when the actual game comes out. I am curious. I just hope they didn't fuck things up. Not that it appeared that they had in the demo, I'm just curious. And cautious. As for the audio, I gotta say the music, the sound effects, they were all fantastic. They were really well done. I was absolutely blown away by them. The voiceover work that I got to experience was very well done, although I did notice that it wasn't the same voice actor doing Leon. If it was, then he definitely played around with his voice to make himself sound much younger. But not just younger, he does sound different than the Leon we've come to know from Resident Evil 4 and 6. As for the gameplay, if you've seen any of the trailers, you are fully aware that this is now over-the-shoulder, third-person shooter style. And you might think that sounds very action-oriented, but the more you play the game, the less you want to be like crazy, hard-charging action style, because it's pretty spooky, and the zombies don't go down easy. Throughout my playthrough, I ran into probably less than a dozen zombies, and I'm willing to bet I only killed 3 of them, and I wasted a lot of bullets. Which is one of those things, it's hard to judge because it's not the full game, but I gotta say it was really frustrating. Because there were times where I would pop a zombie twice in the head and he wouldn't even go down, so that's really frustrating. I understand shooting them in the torso not doing as much, but the headshot, come on. This is following the new trend of Resident Evil where it's actually getting spooky. I've honestly never found Resident Evil to be a scary game up until Resident Evil 7, and Resident Evil 2 is following Resident Evil 7 and being spookier than the previous games. I've also got to say, this is one of the goriest damn things I've ever seen, and it just makes me say, if Resident Evil 2 can get away with this level of gore, and Mortal Kombat 10 and 11 can get away with that level of gore, why can't I have Manhunt 3? One thing that I thought was really neat, and it's a little visual, a little gameplay-ish, is the fact that when Leon enters a dark space, he automatically pulls out his flashlight. I liked that. One thing I didn't like was the fact that the combat knife is a degrading item. Lastly, the controls. It took me a little getting used to. I don't know why it took me such a long time to get used to, probably because I've been playing Resident Evil 4 recently. But once I got the hang of the controls, I really liked them. The only thing I would do in the actual game is I would probably tone down the sensitivity of the aiming. But that being said, overall, I felt that it worked well. I don't have any real complaints. The shooting was very smooth, and the aiming is actually pretty good once you get the hang of it. Lastly, the graphics. As I said, it's gory, but not only is it gory, it's really well rendered. Everything looks fantastic. Or if you're not a big fan of gore, then it looks really, really horrific, because holy shit, it is intensely well rendered, my friends. I gotta say, even I was sitting there and looking at some of these things, and I was like, oh, wow, wow. And then again, if we can have that kind of gore in Resident Evil 2, where's Manhunt 3? But I gotta say, overall, beautiful, beautiful game. So to wrap this up, I was actually really impressed with the demo, no matter how weird it is that you can literally only play it once and for 30 minutes. That being said, it did get me more excited for Resident Evil 2, the remake. I'm still cautiously optimistic overall. Okay, so in the comments below, why don't you tell me, Leon or Claire, who's your favorite? And as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. And if you like what I'm doing in general, share, subscribe. Have a good one.